And we are just opening money rares all draft long. I believe this one is 9 tickets last time I checked. So, doesn't matter how we play in the draft. We're set, and it fits our deck wonderfully. Anything work well with Blink so far? No. No real interest in Battlefield triggers just yet. Emancipation Angel. Defang. I hate passing a Blessings of Nature, and a Pillar not so much of a concern. Yes, it'll destroy a Gold Knight Commander or Silverblade Paladin, but so white's fleshing out amazing. Just a couple picks here really switches things up, and 2 angels in a row. So I kind of wish I'd taken that Scroll of Avacyn late in the last pack. Could have had potential. There's a Deathwind we're looking for. Really doubt it, but it would be great to get this back. There's no way we're going to, though. Yeah, nothing to really take on the wheel. We don't have enough angels yet to be taking Defy Death. However, we have Undead Executioner, which is definite value to get back, Gold Knight Commander, Silverblade Paladin, and potentially even Gloom Surgeon based upon how their deck operates that would be very worthy to get back just for their abilities. I don't expect to be casting a 6-drop and then being able to recur him. That's just a pretty late. I don't want my games going that late anyway. But this has some possibilities for sure. Or we take a 2-drop that stalls us for the late game, or a 2-drop that gets a bit more aggressive. We only have 1 driver at this point, so I'm not going to let that completely decide my choices. So I'm not playing the scroll, not playing the green. Probably not playing the call to serve. Rather not play the polluted dead. So we definitely need some more playables here. That's how Swiss goes, though. Colors get really screwed up pack 1, pack 2, and then you just kind of got to rush to flesh out your deck in pack 3. Okay, there's another Butcher School, another Driver, and to a lesser extent, the Explorer. Really glad we got out of green when we did. We haven't seen much. I've seen this used to wonderful effect. So I think it's just Driver, Butcher Ghoul. Do we want to fuel our single Driver, or do we want to take a second Driver, but we only have a Butcher Ghoul and a Gloom Surgeon. So for now, take the Butcher Ghoul. There's a definite chance that the Driver might come back. Wow. What the hell is a Blessing of Nature doing? 6th pick. That hurts. After I just said we haven't seen much green. I think we opened the other Blessing of Nature, so that really doesn't count. Still, I can't play green. The white is just so much better. So, easy picking the Driver there. Supplements the Ghoul we just took. So now I'm really just hoping to take some more 2-drops, and we'll be fine. Deathwind, Barter and Blood, Undead Executioner, potentially Necrobite, and a Ghoul Flesh. It's not the heaviest in terms of... There's a Defang that works perfectly fine. Now I get to start cutting cards with every playable pick I find. A lot of our stuff is very low. Sure, Essence Harvest is great on a Gristlebrand, or to a lesser extent Harvester, but the rest of our stuff is going to be 2, 3, 2, 3, 3. I mean, it's going to be basically a 2.5 damage. So for a, on average a 5-point life swing. Do I want to get kinky? There's nothing else really for me. It's like the third Vanishment we've seen, I think. You have to be careful about bounce. Which is a reason to really consider Call to Serve here. And being careful when we cast our Barter in Blood. Don't think I'm going to play him, but he is a 2-drop. Okay, there's a... So this is our opened pack comeback. So there is another driver going around. And if this one went around, the other one might as well. And I'd much rather have 3 Butcher Ghouls and 2 drivers than vice versa. So this might set us up to be 3 and 3, which is that kind of recursion package I was talking about before. Okay, so Polluted Delta is not getting played. Call to Serve is most likely not getting played. Treacherous Pit Dweller is probably not getting paid. Wow, okay. We have 3 Butcher Ghouls, so a Corpse Traders has real potential. Or the Defang. And that's actually an interesting choice at this point, this late. I've already got 16, 15 or so creatures. I'm going to take the Defang. I'd rather know I'm taking something out of the game, out of the running, than just guessing at his hand. Just taking this now because it's good against us, not because we want it. Nice. Another potential 2-drop there. Oh, that's too bad. I thought this might say a permanent you own to its owner's hand. That way if they got the Treacherous Pit Dweller, we could just pop it back with this. Okay, so if I cut the Essence Harvests, we're looking at 23 with 5 2-drops for our 2 Drivers of the Dead. That last one didn't come back, so we've only got 2 Angels, so, and we've got double white, double black, double white, quadruple black, so I don't think Sanctuary is cutting it at this point. I don't think I saw a single Seraph of the Dawn. So I'm not sure about Midnight Duelist for that last slot. Certainly works well with, if you can cast it after a Gold Knight Commander. It does help with the driver in case we don't have access to these just yet. But I don't have any ways. I'm not playing white-green where I can pump this guy with Soulbound or put counters on him. So once a 1/2, always a 1/2 with no evasion. So I feel like it's a wasted slot. That being said, what we play over it, I don't know. We've got an 8, we've got a 6, and a 5. So, yeah, some things are very expensive, but we're not that heavy. So, maybe we play a 5-drop? Call to Serve is just really rough when I only have 1, 2, 3. I only have 4 white creatures if I'm not playing the Duelist, so that's a clear cut. It's tough to main deck these unless you're playing like black-green and you know you've constantly got beef on the board. Otherwise, it might just be too slow or even pointless if they've got a life gain component to their deck as well. It's not the kind of racing you want to be doing. And the gains you make with this could easily be wiped out in a turn, and then you're just left 1 card less. For a game 1, I'd rather be having a card that changes the board state rather than just the life totals. So it's a 5-drop, and then the Timmy in me really just wants to try and find a way to play this. Little angel and devil sitting on my shoulder. Two-drop Pit Dweller, you can't even go into a 3-drop Paladin, but that would be sick. Yeah, so I think it's just going to be a 5-drop. So do I want to take out a land, or do I want just a little bit more power? And a little more power is fine. Easy switch out if we see them having one of the rare lands. 11-6, I don't think so. 1, 2, 3 of our 7 white cards are double white. And we don't need double black until Barter and Blood, which it's be incredibly rare that you want to actually cast on turn 4. So 9-8. Yeah, 9-8. I mean, turn 8 at the best case scenario. God, we're never going to get to play this, are we? Okay. If we didn't have Gristlebrand, I would actually flop it 9-8 white. Just so that we have an potential to play these early. So what are the best things our deck can do? Obviously, stall with Butcher Ghouls and recur them and get to a Gristlebrand. The Butcher Ghoul driver recursion package works incredibly well with Harvester as well. And there's some nice synergy with Emancipation Angel and Restoration Angel working well with Gold Knight Commander. In addition to the driver, we don't have a sack outlet. If I'd taken an initial Bloodflow Connoisseur, I would have taken the drivers a little higher. Because having an active sack outlet would have been very nice. It's basically the one thing I feel like we're really missing. Creeper's the only thing that can self Harry carry. We've got Barter and Blood for a little bit of control on that. Alright, see you in round 1.